just for starters, uh, my name is Patrick. I go to the University of Florida. Last year, I was the club president. Before that, I was a club treasurer. Before that, I was the fundraising chair. Currently, I serve on the district board. So I've kind of experienced a whole lot of different things. I've been a member of the appointed board. I've been a member of the executive board, and now I'm on the district board. So I've done a whole lot of different leadership in CKI. I've been in the Kiwanis family for 4 years. My favorite tenet is service. And my favorite service project is Trick or Treat for the Homeless, where we get canned goods and give it to our local homeless shelter in Gainesville. So let's get started. I just want to start off by saying, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat and I can try to help you out. At the end, we'll have any questions you may have. You can get specific into maybe an issue you're having. I know past few months have been a little different. So if you're having issues when it comes to training or planning, or you're not sure where to go, this would be a great time to talk to people from other CKIs and see what they're doing to combat those issues. Yeah, so the 4 sections we have for this presentation is preparation, communication, delegation, execution. I'm going to go through each step and how to do it. As a member of the appointed board, or some of you are executive board, or you're on a district board, I feel like all these can kind of pertain to you in some way. Hopefully you've gotten started on some of these types of things, but there is still time till like the fall semester begins. So don't worry if you feel like you're left behind, because there's still time to catch up. Okay. So preparation. When it comes to preparation, make sure you're getting trained properly by the person that was before you. Talk one-on-one with the current chair. Let's say you're the service chair and you have no idea how to put on a service event. That can be kind of daunting. Talking to the past chair can be really easy. Just have a quick question like, oh, what is the best way to do this? I don't know how to go about doing this. I think talking to the past chair can be really helpful. And if you don't have a past chair, or somewhat, like, let's say you're a new chair, like it's never been done before, talking to your higher up leadership, talking to your advisor, Kiwanis advisor, your faculty advisor, they can be of help to you. So don't hesitate to reach out to some of these people. Have meetings with the former board in general. A lot of us are at home in quarantine, so it can be kind of easy to get in contact and set up a Zoom meeting. They're really easy to have. I know the district board I'm on and the executive board I've been on, we've had meetings, and it can be a lot less scary to do a one-on-one when you have it with more people and you all are there together. And also use resources. Reach out to your district board. Look on the international website. There's a lot of good resources. I believe the international one is circlek.org/resources, if I'm correct. It has a lot of good stuff on PR, recruitment, stuff like that. So make sure to check that out. If you have questions, it may help you if maybe the past chair isn't able to help. Yeah, what I just said, reach out if you need help. The whole point of this. It can be kind of scary doing something and maybe you didn't get good enough training initially. So reach out if you have help. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. And yeah. So now that you've had some sort of training, you should be planning out your year. It's really important to plan far in advance. So when it comes to school and you're busy studying for an exam, it's not as daunting because you were prepared, you planned it out, you knew what you're going to do, and so you have less time to worry about studying, or you have less time to actually prepare the event when it's like the fall semester. So when you plan, just make sure to know your important dates and deadlines. Decide on what you want to achieve. Maybe you want to do 1,000 service hours in the semester. Just figure out what it is and know what you want. Make a detailed plan. If you want to have more members or you want to revamp your social media, make like a full detailed plan. Recruitment plans, service plans, really anything for the semester or the year is a really great way to prepare and uh, set yourself up for success. And just like one last thing on this is you want to probably prepare for a virtual semester as kind of what we're leaning towards, unfortunately, but be ready for that in whatever aspect that you are. Yeah. So setting goals, make sure you want to lay out your club positions and goals. So like as a club, you want to achieve 50 events or something like that. Or if as your position, you may want to have 12 events on your own, or like stuff like that. So helping working with your executive board, your appointed board, as a whole to figure out what you want to set. And make sure you keep track with these goals. Oh shoot. When you set yourself up for like a yearly goal, it's so easy to just forget about it and not do it. But if you make them up into bite-sized goals, like maybe a month, like this month we want to have 50 hours or something like that, it's way easier to get it done rather than having a yearly goal and at the end of the year like, oh, we didn't do it. But like keeping yourself accountable and like each month, make sure you're like on track. And then you can reward members. This past year at UF, we had, I forget what the exact goals were, but we had service goals, social goals, and dues paid goals. And if we hit all of them, I said that I would shave my head for St. Baldrick's and do a CKI fundraiser. And we ended up doing it. And I ended up like shaving my head. And it was really, I was really glad that we were able to do it and everyone bought in and it was a fun time. Okay, so are there any questions when it comes to like preparation or training? You can just like turn your mic off or put it in the chat.
One thing you said was to prepare for a virtual semester. How
Yeah.
will preparation differ because of that?
Yeah, so I know at my club for a little bit they were preparing for like meetings. So you for a little bit they weren't sure if meetings were going to be in person or virtual. So they were like planning out what type of like icebreakers you want to do or what type of like events you want to have like for that event. So now I think we're confirmed that we're going to have online meetings. So now we have to adjust the icebreakers to somehow make them virtual. So like playing games on them. There's like Pictionary online, Kahoot. Those are really fun. Jackbox. Those are like fun games to break the ice and have fun with people. So instead of like having more in-person service and social events, you have to be able to adjust and I guess look at what can you do, not just say, oh, this is virtual, we're not going to do anything, is accept that and then move forward and look for ways that your club can adjust and adapt. Because like, I don't want to be like, yeah, just like try to look at what can you do, not just be like, we can't do it. We can't do our normal service. So we're not going to do anything. Just think about it and try to plan for a virtual semester that way, what you can do online. It's a great question. Are there any other questions? Okay. So next section we're going to go into is communication. Communication is really important, really at any level, and not just in CKI, just in general. If you're on any sort of like leadership or like a job, an internship, communication is extremely important. And so When it comes to CKI, you can't do like some of the bigger things you may want to do if you don't communicate well. When it comes to having like large scale events, large scale service projects, or really anything, you have to be able to communicate well. And if you're not communicating well with the board members, the other appointed board members, the executive board, then you're not going to be able to. The members aren't going to be on the same page as you. Let's go. So it's really important to identify the best ways to communicate. I would say that when it comes to like quick messaging, you want to probably text, use other texting apps, GroupMe, Facebook Messenger. When it's more professional, try to keep it like email. If you have like something that's really important, you probably want to call them or text them real quick. Sending an email is probably not going to get the quickest response from someone. So if you have like a deadline that you have to hit, don't email them. Probably call them if you can or text them. It's just about realizing what type of message you're sending and what setting should it be and what's the best way to go about it. Yeah, and I thought this was important just because it's involved with communication, is staying in touch with your Kiwanis family. If you're president, vice president, uh, let's see what else we have. We have like tons of different leadership here. KFAM, governor, secretary, it doesn't matter. It's important to be involved with the other branches of the Kiwanis family in your area. So attend their events. If they're having online events, it's really easy to attend them now. Provide mentorship for key clubbers or lower levels. Go out to their events, speak during them. I know that in our area, we like to go out to key club events and go to their KCKCs, DCMs, stuff like that. Speak to them, give them guidance. I know a lot of them are making that transition into college, and not only introduce them into CCAI, but provide them help in just like going to college, like meal plan stuff, or should they go in a dorm? Just like reach out and be there for them and partake in their service initiatives. Let them know that you're there to help and you're more than just the next level. And then when it comes to having your service initiatives, they'll reach out to you and help back, hopefully. So are there any questions on like communication? Like if you're struggling to communicate with someone, anything like that? What are KCKCs? KCKC stands for Key Club Kickoff Conference. That may just be a Florida thing. I was not in Key Club, so I can't tell you. But I believe it's to start off the year. You might have a different name for it in your area. It's just like a divisional meeting for them to get together and talk about the year they have planned. Yeah. So you might have a different name for it, but just like attend Kiwanis events, Key Club events if you can. I feel like it's more, or it's easier now to attend online events. So it's definitely doable. Okay. Are there any other questions? Okay. We're going to go on to the next section. That's delegation. So this may pertain to you, but it may not. It depends on your position. So as president, vice president, or really maybe you're a governor, let's see what else we have, LTG, lots of different positions. Don't take all the responsibilities of the club or the division on yourself if you know that's like not your responsibility. It's like really important to keep members accountable, members of your board accountable, to make sure they're doing their assigned roles. When it comes to a new meeting or something, this may not like be like in the fall, but like in general, if it's like a new meeting and there's new members that walk in, all of you should be reaching out and talking to new members, not just the president, not just like a recruitment chair. Everyone in general should buy in and make sure they're doing their roles. Maybe you are a service chair and you have a co-chair and they're not doing their work, make sure that you're holding them accountable and make sure that everyone's doing their job. Okay. So this is something that the University of Florida does, and now the Florida District does it. It's having like a family system within your board. It can be kind of, it's like a very easy way to uh, have uh, not have communication, like be more efficient and more like effective. So if you have like a bunch of committees or in your district or in your club, it's a system in place so that not everyone's asking the governor or not everyone's asking the president if they have a question. It's your executive board is overseeing a couple chairs and going they're the person to ask when you have questions. So let's say I was the fundraising chair and I didn't know something. I wouldn't ask the president, I'd ask the treasurer. Or let's say I am the socials chair and I don't know something, I'd ask the VP instead. This kind of makes it so that each one of the executive board members are excuse me, they're each helping out the committee chairs, and it's not just like the president, or maybe it's not just the VP that's helping everyone out. If this is something that you think your club would benefit from, or maybe your district would benefit from, reach out to your governor or your president and say, hey, I think maybe this would be beneficial. It'd be useful so that not everyone is asking the same person for help, and help keep your like executive board or your district board be more efficient in what they do. And it's really easy thing to do, but give leadership opportunities to new members that may not have a position. Give them the opportunity to put on service events, put on social events. If they want to do something, let them plan it out and give them the resources to do so. Putting on your own projects, it sounds kind of scary. Just like give them the resources to help them do it. You can show them nonprofits in the area, give them contact information. It's like really easy. It gives them like a little bit of leadership, and it's also a great way for them to get involved. If you want to have like a larger event, something that you're planning that's going to be a really big event, have committees and let new members get involved. It's really easy for them to get involved. It's low pressure, and it gives them a little taste of leadership in CKI. And then last one, provide shadowing. If someone wants to be the service chair next year and they're interested, you can have a shadowing program where they fill something out and they say, I'm interested in socials, I'm interested in being president, and they can shadow that person for 2 weeks and just learn more about the position. If this is something you think your club would benefit from, but you're like not the position to say it, reach out to your like president or your vice president or your governor and say, I think this is something our club or district could benefit from, and just reach out to them. Okay, any questions on like delegation? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go through like execution. This is a really important topic because you can do all that planning, you can do all the training, you can set yourself up for the year, but if you don't follow through, there's like no point in doing all that. So just make sure you follow through on your goals. Have Zoom service, social events planned out during the summer. Make smaller goals for each month to assess where you're at. Like I said before, if you're like, if you want to have big goals, you have to set out smaller goals in order to reach them. If you want to double your club or something, or you want to totally revamp the way you do things, set out smaller goals and get them in bite sizes, and then slowly make your way towards your bigger goals. Have the whole club buy in on your goals. I think this is really important. if you tell them the goals and they don't really want to do them, it's just kind of frustrating on your part. So help make them communicate to them why they should buy in on this goals. Maybe have some sort of incentive, like I said earlier. Maybe if your club does a certain thing, you'll have a banquet, or if they hit a certain amount of members, we're going to have a fundraiser. Just think of creative ways to incentivize people getting involved and wanting them to come out. And have fun with it. This is a student-led club, student-led organization, so don't really take things too seriously all the time. It can be easy to get bogged down all the time, but it's student-led. Have fun. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be your free time. CCAT is a really great thing. Encourage all types of events. Don't give up just because there are obstacles. There are going to be obstacles, and things will definitely not always go as planned. Just keep that in mind. But be prepared. Have things planned, and so when things don't go your way, you're prepared and ready for any issues or anything that may come up. Let's see. So do we have any questions in general? Anything that you're struggling with, or a goal you want to have and you're not sure how to reach it? Anything like that, CCAT related?